G'day, mate, and welcome back to Satisfactory with me and my lovely stalker friend. Today's episode is going to be a whole lot of going over there. I want to go hunt down the Caterium, which I'm probably just going to do jump cuts for, because unless there's combat, there's not a lot to see. Oh, actually, no. It's up on a mountain. We'll do something. It's up on the mountain. Caterium, it's up on the mountain. There? I want to say there. Am I right? Oh, there. Okay, so it's up on the mountain up there. So I want to go hunt that down that and get that started as well. Maybe we can see it from here. Oh, yes, we can. Our rocket has come back, finally. Turns out there was, in the latest patch, there was a fix. And now we have our rocket back. So at the same time, I'm probably just going to launch off whatever I can to get research done. We don't really need more unlocks now, but like we have a working starter base. It does produce things. It does produce things quite happily and quite efficiently. So we can just load up the space pod and send it off to get stuff. And that's probably about it. So yeah, I'm going to start putting in jump cuts right about now, and I'll see you at the end of however many jump cuts we end up putting in.
Milestone reached. You have been given early access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on exoplanets bonus program. Funneling parts into the awesome resource sink, depending on their amount and complexity, will grant you coupons in the awesome store, which can be exchanged for bonus rewards. Examples of bonus content are parts, walls, factory attachments, and cosmetics. Fix-It is working hard to develop additional options, which will be added to the awesome store in the future. Go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Well, that definitely does establish that kilometers will be the new standard used in the future. Not miles, because go the extra kilometer definitely sounds better than go the extra mile. Oh, spiders! All the icky things. Spiders! Yay! Spiders can swim! Yay! Spiders can't swim very well. That's even better. Can I just sneak over here and just grab this? Without activating the bees? Yes. Cool. We'll run away now. And we made it. We're not going to ask how I got up here. We're not going to question the spaghetti belt that leads off into the cliffside. I did not build foundations to get all the way up here. This seems like a much later area of the map for you to access. I think I picked the wrong Caterium node. But I did engineer my way up here, and that's all that matters. We have a lovely belt. We have a lovely miner that's doing 60 Caterium per minute, which we're using 45 of that to do ingots. You know what? Let's put down a second smelter. Let's clock them. Splitter, belt, power pole. I know I put a power pole somewhere. Can we remove... Oh, that's interesting. It's been a couple of updates and things have changed. Merger, like here, in front of that machine, sort of lined up with the machine. We'll bring player in the way. Yeah, player in the way. Bring that in there, that in there. I probably should have faced it the opposite direction. That's fine. We'll shove that in there. If you're doing 45, I really want you to do 30 apiece, which is 66%. Is that right? Yeah, so we'll set you at 66. We'll set you at 67. That's the most power efficient I can make things. 30.15. There was a... Oh. Can I do that? No. Okay. So one at 66, one at 67. That should use all the Caterium that the miner outputs. And then we're just going to ride the belt out of here. There's a bit of a sharp edge there. All these belts were on foundations, I promise. The foundations might be temporarily missing. We might be going through trees, but, you know, it's fine. You have nothing in you so far. We also encountered a couple of neighbors whilst we were here and politely asked them to relieve the area so we could do a bit of an explore to try and find out how the hell we're going to get up there. I want to actually remove that. I want to bring that belt. Base is that way. That's a hog. As long as it's not a spider, everything's fine. Oh, okay. Everything's not fine. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Pay attention to me. Ow! Okay, not that much attention. Thank you. Where did I leave my belt? There it is. In the middle of the river, it seems. Well, there we go. We have Caterium on a belt. Caterium ingots. That is at absolute... Oh, no. There's some on the belt there. At absolute max zoom in picture mode. Miles and miles away from the base. It is slowly getting there, which is the important thing. But it's going to be a while. If you are in this biome, yeah, we're actually just shoving it in a storage container. If you are in this biome, Caterium, let's start with the first one I went to, over this direction. It's under a rock. Don't bother, okay? It's on the far edge of the map. It's under a rock. Nope, it's even that one. That one over there in the far east, ignore it. The one in the far west, that one... It's all the way up there. Your chances of getting up there is, I don't know. I don't even know how I'm meant to get up there. I'm guessing it would be like jump up the rocks way over where the waterfall is, which I haven't even visited, and walk around the cliff face. Your third option, which seems like the easiest of the lot, right there. That still looks like you're probably going to have to build platforms to get up there, but once you're up there, it's a short drop back down to ground level. In the meantime, this belt has backed up, which means... it means I want to walk around the front of the space elevator. Control panels on the far other side, of course it is. We want to seal this load. And then make sure our big brother eye in the sky is watching to see that we're accomplishing something. And hopefully this launches without any hassles. Boom. Off to space. Okay. So Ada was meant to say something and she decided not to. Okay, there's no voice acting for that one yet. But it means we can now move on to the next part of Project Assembly, which requires a smart plating we already have, plus some versatile framework, plus automated wiring. And we need 500 of these plates, which... Yeah, we don't have 500 backed up on a belt. We've got some, but definitely not 500. So it's going to keep our little starter base running for quite some time. In the meantime, let's go back to base and look at the research. And hopefully I've got some iron sticks now, because when I went back to base originally, the storage container that was doing iron sticks had just disappeared, which is not a good sign. But we can definitely see from the amount of quick exploring we've done, there's plenty of iron nodes around us. So we are in a position where we can expand our base into the new format. And I also unlocked the awesome sink and the awesome shop. So yeah, we might also play with those. The awesome sink we don't have a lot of use for at the moment. And without having any coupons from the awesome sink, we don't have much use for the awesome shop. But, you know. Okay. Tiers 3. Coal power. You are our priority. We need 150 reinforced plate, 50 rotors, 300 cable. We can do most of that in one hit. Let's go to you. You're obviously backed up with cable. Well, there you go. You're backed up with... Well, there you go as well. Biomass burner. Who else can burn stuff? You can burn stuff. Have some biomass. If less than 300 fills all these guys, then we're... Oh, you had no fuel in you. I'm guessing I just forgot to fill that one. Where are we? Gotta go fill this guy. We need to... Yep, top him up. So yeah, we're obviously at the point where, because of all the chopping we did earlier and the fact that there are containers and containers full of biomaterials, we definitely should be good on fuel for quite some time. Sort. Okay. Turns out I need to clean out my inventory. Surprise, surprise. Where is... There's the hub. Okay, we don't want that. I want to take my... That's not going to give me enough. Oh, hang on. 10, 2. Maybe I have enough in here. I need 50 ingots to start the next tech running, and I'm not going to have 50. I'm going to be short. I'm going to have 30. 32? 36. Okay. So it shouldn't take too long for 14 to show up along the belt. Come on. There we go. Throw that in the bin. We can in the meantime... Oh, we got a hard drive. We're going to take... So iron wire is iron to wire. We have Caterium wire, which is Caterium to wire, which we don't really need so far. So we're going to take the copper rotor, because that could actually be useful. And that's from the hard drive we found out in the middle of nowhere, and I just literally just threw down a MAM and threw it straight in. But we can have... Okay, I need 2,000 wire. 2, 3, 4... I would like, right now, more inventory slots, please. Whilst we wait for that, throw that in there, that in there, that in there, that in there. Alright, back to, plan number, logistics, conveyor lift. From there to there, please. Start, empty this storage container into the one above. Yep, that's emptying slowly. And top one will fill up slowly. So we want 150 reinforced iron plate, which hopefully we have in abundance. It's this storage container. 110. And rotors, let me guess, not a hope in hell, JD. Correct. Okay, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away. You can go away, you can go away. You and you. That goes directly in there. Okay, what's wrong with this machine? Originally we were chewing too much. Now we're at 72% efficiency because we don't have enough screws. Why don't we have enough screws? You're at 10. You're at 40. That's 50 screws per minute. You need 60. Are there spare rods this way? No, so it looks like you're running just about as well as you're going to, but you're just not making rotors fast enough because we're making 2.4 and we were using like 4 in these machines. Reinforced iron plate is making 3.3 parts per minute and you are using 2 and 2. You know what? I'm going to take away storage container. And I think this is one of those things we're just going to put on a belt. We're not going to bother having excess. So I have... Oh no, I've got enough reinforced iron plate. It's just the rotors, which are rods and screws. So if I have a box full of rods... and I'm willing to spend a little bit of time at the crafting table, we should be good. Yoink. Alright, I'm going to go put the phone on spacebar for a little bit and see how our luck draws out. We're trying to get 50 rotors up and running. I will be back shortly. Alright, after some handcrafting, we've got all the parts we need. So... Launchpad. And for the first time ever...
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source
gone.
to biomass.
Already.
And can be fully automated if
Fine.
provided water with the new pipeline buildings and power throughout the initial setup. Coal has been added to the resource scanner.
So we now have...
Ensure the close proximity of water to the coal production line. Note, pumps will aid in vertical transport of fluids through pipes. Note, throughput and volume indicators are added to each pipe section automatically.
We done? So we now have coal generators with water extractors with pipes. Pipes in Satisfactory, yes! And that's going to be our next research. Which is a step away, because we haven't even started on modular frames, because that really requires us to track down more iron. But, what I'd really like to do is, I'd like to get set up this episode. Actually, no, I want to go visit the MAM, and hopefully get some more... Pocket Dimension is now complete.
Pocket Dimension has been inflated.
It looks the same. We do have Caterium, because I went and picked some out of the storage container. Caterium. Okay. We're going to need to make some quick wire by hand, because it's just going to be... Actually, we're going to... Production... Constructor... power cable? What does that power cable go to? That smelter. Remove that power cable. We're going to bring that power cable that side. We're going to shove it in there, and then we're going to shove it in that smelter. You, sir, are going to do quick wire. I'm going to take a belt out of you into you. Have some ingots to get yourself started. And then another storage container. Input, output. Yeah, I know the floor is too steep everywhere here. But now at least you've got legs properly. And you take in 12 per minute and make 60 quick wire. How much quick wire do we need? 100? I think it was 100. I don't know if I want to convert it all just yet. But let's go look at the MAM again. Caterium. Inflated pocket dimension. That's 2 minutes. That's 3 seconds. Let's get the 3-second one done first, because that's going to open us up more tech. As for coal power, we're going to need a... Ooh, not 20. 2 with power. The coal generators. Oh, we also need copper sheet, which I don't have automated at all. I guess we're going to go find some copper first. We've already got that one. 500 meters and 500 meters. Okay. Because we're going to have to automate copper sheets. So, no coal power this episode. Hopefully next episode. I want... Hello? No, it's definitely in here. Portable miner. That's the item I want. Okay, another portable miner. We're going to raid you for belt pieces. Raid some concrete from probably the top box. No, second top box. We've got iron rods. We've got screws. We can see whether we might have enough wire in this building. 130. Yes. Caterium. Caterium Electronics. That's the item I want. Which requires modular frames, but for some reason... I've got 20 because I picked up some. And another 100 quick wire. So, try again, JD. More quick wire. 69, 70, 71. We'll just speed the process up. So I figured we'd end the episode sort of how we started it. We're up here with our favourite stalker who's watched us, hasn't helped, just watched us build all the Caterium line. Plus, actually over the night I went and grabbed that copper node and brought it all the way back. At the same time, you might notice this is brand new. This is actually making all our... Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Now we can fall. It's making all our copper plating. I recorded the whole thing and then realized the mic was muted. My bad. My bad. And I just want to... The eye in the sky is being problematic. fact, the eye in the sky has been problematic this whole episode. Anyway, you probably noticed at the end of the episode, I probably didn't use much footage because it was giving problems. So yeah, we automated copper plating. So we grabbed a new node that's bringing in this belt here, 60 copper ore per second, which is enough to run into 2 smelters to give us 60 copper ingots per minute, which then we're turning to copper plate at a rate of 20 ingots per minute for 10 plate per minute. So that should give us a grand total of 30 copper sheets. The copper sheets, not copper plates. That's Factorio. This is Satisfactory. Same game, right? Factorio is the 3D one, right? So, yeah, it should give us enough. You're the wrong color again. You're the wrong color again. You do not match you. I just realized there's Sky 3 written on it. Is that new? Because if you remember with the onboarding, which I didn't show at the start of this series, it does say you're the 3rd person to survive planetfall. We also have now finished 2 researchers.
Belt has been expanded.
One was the Caterium for the Blade Runners. Can I get some pocket dimension as well? Okay. Also got the tool belt. Rebar gun. No, because I don't have enough rotors. What is that? Mycelia. Oh, I think we got some of that laying around. Hang on. I got sidetracked. I want copper wire, which we should be able to pocket dimension. Please. More importantly, this is the thing I was really aiming for this episode, trying to get Blade Runners. Blade Runners make such a difference. If we put them on our body, straight away, this lip that I've always had problems jumping up, now not an issue. On top of that, we move that much faster through the base. So this is just going to speed up everything. I wanted to get this done before we got to coal power, because as we keep going, things are going to get further and further away. Nope, because we don't have a decent amount of rotors. Definitely not. That's all steel production. But next episode, we're going to take out our water extractor, reinforced iron plates, some rotors, and some cable. And what are pipes made out of? I bet it's a whole bunch of copper. Logistics. Pipe is all out of copper sheets. So if our rotor production's any good, it's not. What speed are you eating at? 2. Oh, but you do have an internal buffer of up to 100. Are you running at full speed now? You're running at 73% efficiency. Why for you not go faster? I think it's to do with how I'm splitting everything off. I think this machine's not getting enough rods. It's definitely not getting enough rods. How many rods are you using per minute? 12. How many are you using per minute? 10. How much are you producing? 15. 15 to 10 is 5 left over. So I'm trying to take... Okay, we're going to do a quick cleanup before we end this episode. This is one of those few times where I actually need things to be balanced. So I need to put in... I need to have enough room, which is going to be the other problem. I need to split to then split to then merge facing that way. So we have 15 15 That'll give us 7 and 7. I don't want 7 and 7. I want 10 and everything else. Okay, let's put our merger here instead. So I want 5 in there, 5 in there, to take 10 in there. You're now happy. And the other 5, we're going to bring out and over the top. Can I put down the pole first, please? Then put the belt on top. You need 12, so we're going to take in 10. And you're producing 15. You're using 10. You're using 2.5. So I want to... I want to swap these two around. I want to split into a merge. That goes there, that goes there. What comes out of this merger goes in there. I'm going to set you to do 100%. And you do... What was the other one? 25%, I think. Have you go in there. So you're making 15. We're going to take... 5, 10, 15. Merge those two together to give us 10. Take the other 5, which I want to split, which is one of these boxes. Put that there. Bring that belt in there. Bring that belt in there. And then... Oh, yeah. Sure. And... bring that belt in there. Okay. If I feed you in 50, just so you have constant output for half a second, we should see this magic in action. Same with you. If I feed you half a stack, we should see the magic in action. So, we should be bringing in full belt, split, split, merge, 10 in there. Hopefully. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to merge those two together to get that belt nice and topped up. That's going to go that way, being 5. And this belt's nice and full. We're going to split, merge it back together to give us 10 on this belt into here, which should keep you nice and happy. Yup. And you're doing 2.5 per minute, so you should get 2.5 meandering around this belt and into here, which should give us all the screws that we need, plus 2.5 out here into this machine, which should hopefully make you happy. It's looking better. And I've actually got 12.5 rods. So I can actually steal the rods out of here, and it should back up. The screws are spot on. So there's going to be occasional hiccups, and the best way to fix that is just top it up early so it catches up with production and stays caught up. But yeah, this is definitely where we're going to end this episode. I need way more rotors. I'm probably just going to handcraft a heat between this episode and next. Or a downclock. I could always downclock this. Actually, it's got a massive belt. We're going to downclock that to 50%. Downclock that. That should give me excess resources, which should stack in here. I could put a splitter and send half to storage and half into this machine. But realistically, whether it's buffered in a box or buffered in the machine doesn't really matter. Everybody should be happy. And actually, I thought that would be the case. I still have a bunch of iron in there, and do I have a bunch of ingots in here too? Yeah, I got a bunch of ingots in here too. So I might, between episodes, just set up a temporary smelter and just smelt it all into probably this combination. Rods and screws to rotors. Just build a temporary assembly and feed it pre-made iron ingots. So yeah, I'm probably going to get that done between episodes just so we can have all the rotors that we need. And this is not going to go anywhere just because of the way the base is set up. It's continuous, continuously being fed, and as fast as we're feeding it, we're removing it. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching it. Do hope you've enjoyed. That wood belt is still, and the leaf belt is still maxed all the way out, all the way back there. So I'm going to leave it here. Oh, Blade Runners. I did want to... next episode. Next episode, you can see me do a dash across the map from the God's Eye view, because we are so much faster. Like, so much faster. And hopefully next episode, the other client, well, our shadow, our stalker, will behave correctly, because, yeah, I lost, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes during this episode of just trying to bug fix things and get things working. And yeah, you think having two computers on the same network would make life easy for hosting a multiplayer game. Turns out not so much, at least not experimental. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. All right, bye.